How's it going, guys? This is a video about understanding my biases as someone who will be reviewing games. This is just a quick video so that you don't have to watch 20 of my different reviews to understand the quick nuances to my biases, to compare them to yours, to see if you would be interested in the game. But I just think it is important for people to understand my biases, because when you read a review from IGN or some other gaming outlet, the score that is given to a game becomes the score given by IGN, like IGN is a personified entity, when it's just the opinion of one guy that is now, sort of the entire opinion of this company. And you're not going to read who the author is. You're not going to read all of his reviews. You don't know the nuances of his particular opinion and his particular experience growing up. So you don't know whether you agree with him or not, just based on the preferences the two of you have. So you're going to think, oh, this game is a 7, when to you it'd probably be a 9. He just happens to not like JRPGs that much. You know what I mean? So that's the entire purpose of this, just so you know my preferences. So if you ever watch a review of mine, you can compare our preferences and go, oh, I like this kind of stuff, but he doesn't. That's okay. He at least says enough to where I think, even though he didn't give this game a particularly hot score, I think I'd still enjoy it. So this is just going to be a quick list of some of my favorite games, some games I think are underrated, some of my favorite game soundtracks, some of my favorite anime, as well as just some other random history and other little tidbits. So let's get going. List of my favorite games. So it would be the Xeno series, which would be Xenogears, Xenosaga, Xenoblade, the Metal Gear Solid series, the BioShock series, the Dark Souls series, Final Fantasy games. As you can tell, things that typically end up in my favorite games list are very story heavy. That's a big focus of mine. Love a good story. I sure do like one. For multiplayer games, my favorite multiplayer game would probably be Paladins, Champions of the Realm. It's a 5v5 hero shooter, kind of like Overwatch, but free and very good. For just a quick nostalgia shooter from my childhood, Star Wars Battlefront 2, the 2005 one, not the EA one. That is a fantastic multiplayer game that's focused on just playing with AI mainly rather than other people. Great game. When it comes to some other popular series like the Mario games, Mario Galaxy is my favorite Mario game. For the Zelda series, Breath of the Wild or Wind Waker are my favorite Zelda games. Some underrated games I can think of are the Lost Planet series, particularly the second one, the Tenchu series, particularly the first 3, God Hand, it's a PS2 game, it's a 3D brawler, very fun, very difficult, very charming, Katamari Damacy, and Raccoon. Raccoon is made by the person who made the Plants vs. Zombies soundtrack. Very good story, very emotional. I like it. Some favorite soundtracks of mine, we got the Xenoblade series, of course. We got Undertale. Mario Galaxy. pretty much any Zelda game. Katamari Damacy again. Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. If you have not played that game or have not listened to that soundtrack, it is extremely underrated and it is a fantastic soundtrack. Best game in the series too, but fantastic soundtrack. F-Zero has great soundtracks. But really, like any JRPG, like I should say Final Fantasy as well. But like any JRPG or really any Japanese game, they always have fantastic music. You can just say the name of a JRPG and I can guarantee that it has good music. Like that's there's no question about it. Is it a JRPG? Then it probably has good music. They are all fantastic. Some of my favorite anime, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Welcome to the NHK, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Gintama, Berserk, Gyagu Manga Biori, and Origairu, or also known as My Youth Romantic Comedy Is Wrong as I Expected. Those are all great shows. Of course, there's other games and other anime and other soundtracks I love a lot. I just don't want to give too exhaustive of a list. This is just a quick overview so you can get my sort of thing that I got. When it comes to a quick history about me, I grew up as a single player gamer. I didn't have internet in my house till I was like 13. And then I didn't have online play capability till I was 16 or 17? So yeah, the only time I really played multiplayer games was when I would go over to my friends' houses and play typically Call of Duty. We did a little bit of local Halo, not too much, mainly only Halo 3. But yeah, a lot of online Call of Duty, and we just take turns and whatever. So my focus is definitely on single player games. I'm not huge into sports games, Madden or FIFA. You're not gonna catch me sitting in some college dorm sipping brewskis with the bros playing FIFA. You're not gonna catch me doing that. And then racing games, I don't have tons of experience with the more realistic ones, but they're definitely not my favorite types of games. I of course like Mario Kart. I like F-Zero a bit. But like the whole general series, I'm not of racing, the whole general genre. I'm not sure exactly how much I can say I'm a racing fan or not a racing fan, you know what I mean? I just haven't done enough of it to say. But some other games I don't have terribly much experience with that would be simulator games, 4X games. I never got a PC till I was 18, almost 19. I'm 24 right now. So by that point, I had already made just a list of everything I wanted to play. So I was obviously doing that rather than playing games that were mainly only on PC. I haven't really played too many 2D fighting games. I like Smash Bros. I've played a lot of that, but like Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, I haven't really played any of those, so I can't say whether or not I like them or not. Then I haven't played many Metroidvanias. I've played a bit of Metroid Prime 1 and 2, but I really haven't played any other Metroidvanias, so I can't say if I like those or not either. I'm sure there's other genres and subgenres I haven't really touched, but I'll play those when I play them, and I'll see how I like them. When it comes to the graphics of a game, I prefer an interesting art style over just like pure blast your butt, great looking realistic graphics. You know, realism is an art style in itself, but I'd rather have something that looks a little more interesting rather than something that's just like, yeah, these next gen graphics, you know what I mean? I'd take something that's like looks like Breath of the Wild or Wind Waker, or you know, I like something that looks interesting. And realistic can be interesting itself. There's style that you can do within realism, but you know what I mean. But that's about all for this video. I hope you guys have a great day. Take care of yourself. GG.